Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Um, Looks like this morning it's me and DC so far right now. I did email the stream information to Mytry, but I didn't get around to emailing it to her until later on last night. So I don't know if she checked her email or she might have forgot, but either way, we're gonna start the show and hopefully she can just jump in and join us if she gets the notification. But hey DC, how you doing? Oh, you on mute.
What's up? What's up? I'm in here chilling in my recliner.
Yeah. Oh, and you might need to do your own introduction too, since you streaming to your audience as well.
My introduction. What's up? What's oh shit? Y'all done made me mess up. It's early, J Dunn. What's up, Bomb Squad? This DC Koolaid in the building over here on J Dunn's live stream. Make sure y'all go check out J Dunn over there. Her link should be somewhere over there. And we about to get this show on. I wish Mytry was here because we need some extra people. So if you here and you've been watching Big Brothers, come on the live stream, hit the link. Let Jadon put the link down so they can come on.
Okay. And
Somebody,
and for y'all to know, I'm on my Dundada page, my Dundada. This is my monetized and somewhat cleaner page. But so it's the Dundada one. If you are looking to come, yeah, I don't know what happened with Mytry, but I understand that she is a subby, so I
what's up,
you
Morris?
know, a lot of the times if you're not a content creator, you forget about this stuff. And I mean you do. So I'm not even feeling no type of way that she might have forgot. But I know that we'll be able to talk about the show as is. So I did drop the link down there. And if you need to grab that link, DC, if you want to drop it in your stream for the people over there, you're more than welcome to do.
Okay, I got you. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay. Y'all, this week was very interesting. And just so that y'all know, no spoilers. I know it's people that came last Saturday to support us that watched the live feeds and they were giving some spoiler alerts. So hopefully this time let's not do any spoilers because I know DC is more of a casual viewer and not a live feeds watcher. So even for myself, I don't even know who won HOH or anything yet. Since I've been, even though I do have the live feeds, but I on purpose didn't check to see because I didn't want to know something that could, potentially skew what I was going to talk about with DC. Now, once we finish this stream, then I'm going to go and look for the spoilers on the live feeds. But right now, I want this to be as organic as possible, so I didn't even go try to look.
Right. I don't like. I like the be in suspense. Wait for the next one to come up. Because I tried that
Hmm.
watching the live feeds like a couple years ago, and it's no
Hmm.
fun. It's like you already know what's gonna happen.
I will say that it takes the excitement out of it. Now, for me, I have to say the reason why I enjoy the live feeds, and of course, it's due to my film background. I always was fascinated with BB because remember, I was even watching Big Brother when I was going through college in film school. And what I love about the live feeds is that you could see it in real time and then see how those producers edit the situation. And you will be amazed how one fight could really start between the house guests because of this reason. But those editors and producers will take that fight and edit it and twist it all the way around to make you think that it's a fight about something else. Or if, let's say, for instance, even this season with Angela, as much as she
Right,
cries so much up in the house, but they could easily edit something up into the episode to say, hey, Angela cried because somebody drunk the rest of the milk. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
When really she was crying about her charcuterie board. You see what I'm saying? So it's pretty much with Angela, they could edit her crying. She could be crying for one thing, but then they'll switch it to another one. And so I always like seeing that, and especially with the fights too. Because sometimes you never know how these fights really start with them in that house. So you can kind of get the full detail and scope of the fight versus the quick edit of the fight that you get in the show.
Right. That's funny though.
Hmm.
What's up, Bird Bird? Me said she watched the show.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking at the chat now. And I
let's
want
see.
to say to MPRZL, hey, and Morris, Meech25, Biggle Support Group, and Bird Bird, and Sassy Francis member, thank y'all for joining. Okay, so where do we begin? I guess we could begin with what we talked about last week when we got those spoilers. So Quinn won HOH. We found that out on our
Yeah.
episode from last week. Now, what you think about Quinn
Well, first of all,
and his nominee?
I had to pretend like I ain't know he won. I
Oh
ain't gonna
my
keep
goodness.
spoiler alerts because I was like, well, I already know he won. Let me just act like I ain't know he won. But
So yeah, again, do not put any spoilers in here, y'all. Don't put any spoilers in here because yeah, not everybody wants to know.
if you want to get on the live stream and talk about it, I Jay done pin the
That
link.
comment. Oh, the link. Let me see.
Yeah, pin the link so they don't have to go
Let's see if
scroll.
I could. Oh, I can't. I can't. I gotta go on the YouTube side. Hold on.
Yeah, Quinn is an idiot, Meech. He get on my nerve. Oh, she gotta go back. Yeah, but Quinn, he setting himself out. He's setting himself up to go out the door. Sunday, no. If you want, she's about to pin the link. If you want to get on the live stream and talk about him, but we gonna focus on Quinn when she get back because Quinn, he first of all, I gotta wait for Jada because he getting on my nerve. He doing too much. Chelsea would go far. Yeah, I like Chelsea. But I swear I'm gonna stick to my same story as last week. Angela gonna cry her way through. Somehow she gonna cry her way through. Well, at least she made it to the what's your thing called? The hold on. The jury. Oh, she just pinned it. She gotta come back now. Yep. Jadon just pinned the link. So if you want to get on the stream, you ain't gotta show your face. You want to just talk about it, or you can show your face. It's up to you. You can get on here and talk about Big Brother with us. What's up, Big Easy? Mark? Yes, she did. Oh man. Oh, where you at? She trying to get back to the stream. Should I send her the links? Hold up. I'm gonna send her. Send her back to her own link. Oh, you got it.
Lord, that was a whole struggle and a headache.
I was about to send it to your phone. I was about to send you the link.
No, well, I got it pinned. The problem is, my thing is, what's the point of having manager moderators if as a manager moderator you can't pin stuff? So when I got out of here and went in YouTube, I was in my J Dunn account. So I'm thinking, well, as a manager moderator on my own channel, I should be able to pin it. Nope. So I had to go out of the J Dunn account, get in the Dunn Data account just to pin it. Just the
Well,
most. I
I,
thought moderators should be able to pin the stuff though. I thought they could.
that's crazy. Well, we were talking about Quinn. What you think about
Okay.
overall?
So Quinn, initially I liked his gameplay at the beginning, like when he had the power. And I did think it was smart of him at that current time to build trust with Angela by telling her about his power.
Mm-hmm.
However, now I don't know how I feel about his gameplay because it seems like he is playing from a vengeful game. Like he is blinded by Tucker
Mm-hmm.
that he is making. I don't know that he's making the best judgments because now he's trying to get rid of everybody that was cool with Tucker. When in all actuality, Tucker should have been the main focus of getting him out. Once you got Tucker out, that's mission accomplished. Now you need to try to work with these people and not still be trying to mow down everybody that was cool with him.
Yep. I think he gonna be the next one to be gone because he burning bridges with him.
He is. But to be honest, that's what T Core Rump get. Actually, this week, I feel like everything that happened this week is just what they damn get. That's what they get. And it's simply because T Core risked Tucker leaving last week. And now that Tucker has gone, they really don't have a leg to stand on. I'm pretty sure Quinn would not have won that HOH had Tucker still been there. And
Right.
not only that, but now they don't have that shield to protect them. And so even with Quinn and his nominations, like what he put, like
Mm-hmm.
the one that just got evicted. Well, I guess we could just go in order. I guess what we could talk about is, so Quinn nominated Angela, um, who was it? Angela, Chemo, and Rubina.
Rubina.
So yeah, so out of those three, those are the three he nominated, and then they had to have the veto competition. See, even with that veto competition that they had, I know that if Tucker was there, Tucker probably would have won that veto and
Mm-hmm.
changed the game. But that's why I say it's good for T Core because T Core had to sweat this whole week with her number one ally on the block.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That.
what do you, huh?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask you, what do you think about Leah actually winning the veto? Remember last week we was talking and we was saying that she don't even do nothing. She don't do nothing. She ain't got no allies. She ain't playing the game. She just there. But she won the veto.
She was just swimming on by, easing on. She was cruising like a turtle, like she was just. I was shocked, but I just knew she was gonna win it because when that fool, what's his name? What's his name? We was just talking about Quinn. When Quinn
Quinn.
he threw the piece to his robot thing. He ain't gonna better find that thing, and she about to win. And when she won,
Mm-hmm.
look at Leah. Leah said, "I'm gonna change this damn game up. Y'all ain't gonna tell me how to play. I'm tired of y'all telling people how to play. Y'all ain't telling me how to play."
Right. And even with Leah, we're gonna put a pin right there for Leah. But I just thought about the HOH. Let's go back to the HOH competition. At Angela stooping herself up in the little chicken coop, don't want to move no egg because she
Right.
don't want because she don't want to be a have not. Ain't that crazy?
She, she was, well, you got to think, she was a have not before. Remember?
I
She
know she
had,
was a have not before, but I mean, seriously?
she just ain't want to go back in that route no more. It was a dumb move, number one. But two, if I had already had to do that mess one time with the slop, oh, I might have did the
Uh-huh.
same thing. I might have did the same thing.
But I mean, at the end of the day, her rump ended up getting on the block, which is
Yeah.
what should have happened because I know she had to been sitting there easily for like the first 10 minutes of the competition, waiting on three people to drop an egg. So for a whole 10 minutes, you ain't doing nothing but just waiting. Like,
Yeah,
what kind of game are you playing?
but that's the same. Like, what's his name? Joseph. That's his name, Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
What he kept doing? What he kept doing?
Uh-oh,
Come on.
DC. We got a guest, DC. We got a guest.
Uh oh.
Mytry.
Hello, hello. Sorry for the late tardiness.
Wake
No,
your
it's
ass
all
up.
right. It's all right, Mitra, because I was like, I don't know if I sent the link too late last night, and then I was like, well, she might have forgot. But I'm happy you was able to find your way over here with us. We honestly have only really been started maybe a good 5 to 10 minutes at best,
Oh,
because
okay.
yeah, we ain't been here long because DC she had stuff to do this morning as well, so we started a little bit later than 10:30.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
feel better.
I had to go get my I had to go get my teeth cleaned.
Gotta keep those teeth clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had to do that this morning. And that's the thing. When I sent the link last night for y'all, that's what she was like. I got my dentist appointment at 9. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. And I was like, well, that's fine. You know, we could just kind of play it by ear. So it ended up working out for everybody.
Well, good, good, good. Glad that I'm here. Glad that DC got her teeth cleaned. Um, so okay, I know I just got on the panel. And I didn't. Am I interrupting your conversation about Angela and that coop? Because you know I got some words.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that.
No, you can go there because we kind of have not set a formula, but I was trying to go in order of the episodes that we saw this week, and of course
Hmm.
that HOH competition is where we currently are. So that's why you're not too late because we talking about the HOH competition where she was in that coop, pretty much throwing the competition just because she didn't want to be a have not.
That was stupid. And you know why she really did that. Not only I feel like it was her revenge from that charcuterie board.
I was just saying that I mentioned about that charcuterie board earlier about how she cried so much. But I think you're right. But it's like they already ate it. So
Yeah, it's over
it's
and done
gone.
with.
So
She's
like
still
you don't
upset
want to be
about
a
that
have not
charcuterie.
again. It ain't like they got it or unless you think Big Brother and them gonna replace it for her.
No, she forgot that the only reason why she even got that charcuterie board was because she was HOH. Just because you're not gonna not be a have not doesn't mean that you're gonna get your second charcuterie board and just be on cloud number 9 and rejoice within the deliciousness. So
Hmm.
she'd have to get over it. And she would have to have kept her eye on the prize on that. But that's y'all girl Angela.
Well, so yeah, we was mentioning that, and then also about Quinn and the damn HOH. So DC had to be dramatic and say she had a hard time focusing on the show because she had to pretend like she didn't know that Quinn won because that spoiler came in last week.
I know,
So
me too. I was so mad.
I was
I
like,
was
I got
so mad, man. That spoiler alert chatter that came in, and I refuse to believe that it was true, even though Jay Dunn, you had made it officially official that it was true. And I'm watching that episode, and I said, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know exactly what's going to happen. Oh my god, I was so mad. I was so mad.
and I have been trying to be proactive here in this one to tell people no spoilers. Even if you watch the live feeds, please don't come in and spoil anything because not everybody wants to know. And even if I do get a Twitter notification pop up, I doubt that I will, but if I do, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna tell y'all anything about it. But so yeah, well, Quinn won. What do you think about his nominations? Because that's where we were getting to as well when you joined us, Mytry, about who he put up on the block.
Um, I mean, eh, eh, I I agreed with um the reasons. I don't know because it was all a mess. I could see why he had nominated Rubina, because her and Tucker. Um, I was still lost at words with Chemo, and so was T-Core. T-Core was pissed all the way off
Yep.
that Quinn had nominated Chemo for whatever reason that Quinn had, but I just knew that some way, somehow, Chemo was going to stay in that house because everybody likes Chemo. Everybody loves Chemo. Um, and then with, you know, what's her face? Angela, I just, it astonishes me that that woman is still in that house. And I want to say, by the grace of glory and God, that she wound up being BFFs with Leah. They're BFFs. It's
I
amazing.
know. And I never even knew that they had that type of closeness because notice, and see, that's another thing that you don't get when you don't watch the live feeds because just based on what we've seen on the episodes, we never saw that they was BFFs. Nobody, like, we never even had the idea of it, or at least I didn't. But see, the live feed watchers see in real time how much they spend time together. But us as the casual viewers who just watched through the television, nobody
Ain't
even knew that they even had a bond.
like they interacted or anything.
Right.
Right. And so that's the thing. That was like a shocker for them to be that close. And you saw how they edited it so perfectly for them to have a close friendship. And then, oh, I won the video. I'm going to use it on you. Because you got to be real, real close with somebody to actually use the video on them.
I mean, super close, like glued to the hip close. I mean, that makes me feel as if Leah is closer to Angela as what I originally thought Leah and Mackenzie were BFFs. So now I'm curious as to or really to wonder if Mackenzie even knew how close Leah and Angela were. Because Mackenzie really can't stand Angela.
Uh-huh. I do know that. And that's one thing too, that where you said T Core was pissed. That's what I was saying as well right before you came. That's what T Core ass get. T Core,
Yeah,
she played, I think her move last week was just not the best move. And she ended up having to endure her own ally being up on that block this week. That's when you really gotta rethink some of the decisions that you make. That's when you really have to rethink it because I know that chemo is her number one. But even though she tried to tell Chelsea like Chelsea is her number one, but I really think chemo is her number one.
I agree. Her and Chemo are thick as thieves. I mean, they're really the BFFs. And I really don't know who I can say who. Okay, outside of the game, friendship wise, who Chelsea is really really cool with. Because I know Cam is annoying the heck out of her because he's a ding dong and his head is up on the clouds, like I said last week. Um, he's still lost. He's a deer in headlights. But game wise, Chelsea and Quinn, they are like two peas in a pod when it comes to playing the game, but they still have their different way of playing the game. Quinn is uh
Stupid.
like I he and I don't know. I really don't know what to say about Quinn. He basically got himself screwed. He had no choice. He said that he had no choice but to put up Joseph, but couldn't he have put somebody else up that wasn't in
Um,
his alliance?
Well, and that's why I was telling with DC, we were analyzing Quinn's game, and I honestly think that, and that's why I just told her that Quinn is playing a vengeful game because Quinn is still has his laser focus on Tucker, even though Tucker is gone. And I
Mhm.
think that was partially why he put up Joseph.
Oh,
But
that's right.
even yeah, because it seemed like he just trying to get everybody that's associated with Tucker. That's why Rubina Rump was up there.
That's right.
Like, but Tucker was your target. You got him out. Why not reshift your focus and try to work with these people that's left versus trying to get rid of anybody that said hey to him in the house?
Right.
Because that's almost what it feel like. But then, as far as Joseph goes, y'all, I have to say I did not feel bad for him whatsoever.
Hell no.
I
And
didn't
the
either.
reason why, look at all the competitions that he threw
And sat
that
there.
he could have
Stupid.
won, that
So
he could have
stupid.
won and protected Tucker. But instead, he was so comfortable flying under the radar and letting Tucker be a shield for him that he
Hmm.
didn't even try to win these competitions in order to keep Tucker in that house to help him. And now Tucker is out the house, and now he was the second one to be put up once that veto got used.
But you know what? The best part about Joseph walking out those doors was, even though she gets on my nerves and she grinds my gears,
Hmm.
I know what you about to say. I know it.
the fact the, the fact that Joseph and Angela had that conversation, and Joseph is just sitting back in that lounge chair, cooling and laxing, and the words that came out of his mouth to Angela. And Angela, surprisingly, didn't flip on him, didn't call him, well, he doesn't have crazy eyes. He looks like a beaver to me. But, anyways, the fact that it was just the way how he was saying all of those words, and the fact that he said those words, but yet you're the one that got booted.
Right, but that's karma.
Right, that is karma. So I didn't feel bad for Joseph, and I was watching these episodes with one of my friends, and I'm just like, that's what he gets for. He thought that he was throwing these competitions, but he possibly could have won those competitions, and just like Jay Dunn, when you were saying, could have used that in order to really prove your allegiance to Tucker, since you loved him so much. Could have helped him out, could have helped each other out, stay in the house. And Joseph just thought that for some reason that, he was just full of himself at the end of the day. So goodbye
He
and good
was.
riddance.
He was, and just the fact that he really think that he mirroring the game like Dr. Will,
Not even close.
please. Yeah, you could never be Dr. Will. And then even when he was talking to Chelsea, talking about how they playing a similar game, the man is just delusional.
At its
And
best. Did you see
mhm,
Chelsea's face when he said that? When he said those
yeah,
words?
All right. If looks can kill, boy.
Right.
it's like, sir, you ain't did nothing up in the game. And
Right.
then, yeah, like how he was telling Angela that he is surprised that or you probably on your way out the door. I'm surprised you even here.
The
Only for
nerve.
it to flip on him that way. That was beautiful. But now, do y'all think that he is chauvinist? Like how he was like, well, for the girls in the house, you are the best competitor of the girls. Do y'all think that he has like a misogynistic thing about himself? Because it seems like that's what the editors wanted us to feel during the episodes because the women really couldn't stand him.
Well, now that you say that, yes. Like I said, he was full of himself every single time, every single competition. Well, I'm just gonna throw it. Well, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
throw this. Well, I'm just gonna throw it. Well, I'm just gonna throw
Mhm.
it. He
Mhm.
sat way too comfortable, knowing that Tucker was gonna be his shield because he's a ding dong, and he
Mhm.
got his karma. And for him to make that type of a comment, um, that makes my eyes just wide, because he has a lot of nerve, of him of all people.
Mhm.
And a lot of the women, well, some of the, Chelsea has won her AI, Leah,
Mhm.
Rubina,
Mhm.
Mackenzie. So you wanted to make that statement because why? I don't know if that was just all general for the women, if he was feeling himself, which we already saw when he had that conversation with Angela, or I listen, I goodbye Joseph with his beaver teeth.
And that mustache. That
Oh my
mustache is
God.
not given.
It
It's not
looks like
given.
he could be like in a X movie, but nobody would want to touch
Mm. Some type of West.
him.
No, basically you saying he looked like Ron Jeremy if Ron Jeremy was skinny.
Yes, and still ugly with beaver teeth.
That's funny.
But I'm really happy that Rubina won that competition. I am so happy, and I knew that she could do it. I had faith in her. I knew that Chemo was going to still be in that house, and I knew that Joseph was going to screw himself out of that door,
But,
along with that karma.
Mhm.
but you know what was cool about that? When they was doing that thing when they had to build the robot inside the little dark room and they saw Joseph just sitting there. You know how the other people can watch.
Oh, so the ones
Yeah,
that weren't in the competition, they were able to see him just throwing it.
Yeah, they
yep.
just sitting there. It's
They
Oh,
finally got to see it for
wow.
themselves, and they were all making comments. And Chelsea's like, "Why is he not moving? He's just standing there. He's not doing
Mhm.
anything." So that right there, I'm looking forward to the next episode or episodes of Chelsea bring that up to other people in the house. I'm very, very curious of how that conversation is going to go down, even though Joseph's not in the house anymore. But
And
I don't
that's
know. We'll see.
probably exactly why they didn't have any problem getting his rump on up out of there then. I think I might have missed that part.
yeah,
Um,
they was in there building the thing, and he was just sitting there piddle paddling with the parts
Hmm.
and not even trying to build it. And then the
mhm.
And
other house guest was watching him.
but this was one of the first competitions that he was throwing, but Tucker wasn't there. So who did he think was his shield?
Well, I believe that he thought that he was so good with Quinn that he wouldn't have to worry about winning. But I don't know. I feel like he felt like he was good with every single person in the house, so he didn't
He
have to work
wasn't.
hard at all.
I didn't like that.
And that leads me to the question that I want to ask y'all. What do y'all think about Leah using that veto to save Angela? Do y'all think that was good gameplay or do y'all think that was bad gameplay?
For
I
me,
think it was a okay. Go ahead, DC.
I think Leah wanted to play her own game, and she's tired
Hmm.
of. She don't want nobody telling her what to do, like she said.
Yeah.
And if they are best friends, she gonna do what she do for her best friend instead of a
Hmm.
gameplay. I mean, me personally, I would have used it on her too. Make people squirm.
Oh, they were squirming all right.
Like what the hell is she doing? You know.
What about you, Mitri?
um, for me, I think that it was a dumb gameplay because both Angela and Leah know that nobody in that house likes Angela. So that might wind up making Leah a target and Angela still a target of being thrown out that house. I think that was a ding dong of a play. Angela, she has won her HOHs and a competition. Not like she can't win anything. So I will give her that. That is good for her, but she's still a target. And I don't know if it came to it, if she would have those numbers to save her. But, I could be wrong.
So now, from my standpoint about that, I thought it was a beautiful game move.
Hmm.
And the reason why I thought that it was beautiful is because just like what me and DC were just saying, last weekend, last Saturday when we did this recap, Mitri, we pretty much forgot that Leah was there. She was pretty much non-existent. Not winning nothing. She didn't have no allies, just wandering around up in the house, not up in the group. So it was beautiful that she made her presence in the game known and won that veto. And because for the last 4 5 weeks, nobody has let her up in their group. Nobody tried to be in an alliance with her. Nobody was really covering her or really having her back, like talking about it. So in that instant, she had every right to do with that veto whatever she wanted to do. Because if you wasn't trying to work with me last week, then don't tell me what to do with my veto this week. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. See, that's where
I
I'm at.
I I do understand. I do understand that completely. But I still don't. I still don't. I really, really still don't know. But my question is, whose fault is it that gameplay was not being talked about between her and anybody else in the house? Hers or everybody else? Because you do, in order to make gameplay happen, you do have to start talking to people. And if Leah wanted that so bad, how come Leah didn't approach anybody besides Mackenzie? And that was the thing. She was so hooked on being so close with Mackenzie. I feel like she just forgot about trying to talk to other people. So that's my question to you guys is, do you guys think it's her fault for not having any gameplay with other players, or is it their fault?
I think that she did get close with Mackenzie, but I feel like she hooked on to Mackenzie the way that she did. Because if I'm not mistaken, when Mackenzie had that power, Mackenzie built a level of trust with Leah by letting Leah know about the power. Even though Mackenzie was pretty much telling everybody in the house that she had that power, I thought that was crazy. Ain't no way I would have told all of these people about me and my dang on power.
But you
But
know
You
she
what?
know
did.
why? You
The
know
crazy.
why she did that was
Why?
because Tucker kept pressuring her. Because remember when Tucker was taking a shower and it was Mackenzie and I forgot, I think it was probably Leah. I
Mhm.
think that was in that bathroom. And
Mhm.
Tucker said, well, I already know who has one power. I'm just curious to know who has the other power. He goes, Mackenzie, I think it's you. Then she started smiling and grinning, saying, no, it's not me. What are you talking about? What? No, it's not. And he goes constantly, I know you have it. I know you have it. I know you have it. And then they all left. Then they went into I don't know, was that the pantry? And Mackenzie finally broke down and told Tucker. That was stupid.
They don't know how to keep their mouth shut.
It's so dumb. Like, don't you did you forget that you're playing Big Brother? Like, I don't
Well,
get it.
so, and I guess that was one thing that we didn't even discuss. So now, as far as y'all, if y'all were in the game and y'all got one of those powers at the very beginning,
I ain't telling
would
no.
you have told anybody?
I'm not telling nobody. I'm not.
What
It's
about
from
you, Mitri?
I I'm keeping that with me, myself, and I. Now I probably wouldn't I don't know if I would even tell my closest ally that I had it
Nope.
because
I'm not telling nobody because you can't trust nobody. You don't know them people.
right. I say, me and DC are the closest in the house with each other. And I had that power. I don't think I would even tell DC because what if somebody else, let's use crazy Angela as an example. What if she decided that she got upset with everybody and she would have found out, then I'm in hot water with DC
Right.
because Angela, just like she already had done what once or twice before, blowing up everybody's game. So I would keep that to myself until the day I decided that I wanted to use it.
And that's what
Now, see,
they don't do that.
for
Hey,
for me, if I had a power at the beginning of the game, because remember, y'all, this was like the very first couple of days where they had these powers. I think that I probably would have utilized my power in the way that Quinn did his. I would have told somebody, and I believe that I would have done it the way Quinn did by telling the HOH. Because at that particular point, nobody knew each other, which is factual, like what y'all are saying. They didn't know each other. But Angela was in power. Angela was the HOH. And in order for me to try to build some type of a bond of trust with her, I probably would have told her about my power. Um, just so that kind of like what Quinn did, because it ultimately gave him protection up until he started trying to spread stuff behind Angela back. Remember when Quinn tried to start the whole race riot? The white people against the black people and try to pin that on Angela. That was dumb for him to do when he know that he had done told this woman that he had that power. I would have let her know. We would have built that bond of trust, and then I probably would. I wouldn't try to paint targets on her back because I know she got the dirt on me.
See, but how do you trust people though? How do you go in? How you go into a whole house with people and you just automatic just start trusting?
That's the thing.
How you?
I
I don't trust people that fast.
I don't if I don't trust anybody that fast in real life, you know I'm not going to trust anybody that fast on Big Brother.
That's Lisa in the chat, Jalen. That's not me typing.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm just highlighting the people to acknowledge them since we having a discussion up here. And I mean, going straight into the house. No, I don't trust people that fast either. But somebody has got to take a step forward. Now, see, if I didn't have any power, then no, I would I would just be viewing everything the way that from a different lens. But if I had one of those three powers, even as far as trying to build the trust, I might would have even told Angela that I had the power, but lied to her about what the power was about, just to see if I could trust her. I mean, hell, just in the everyday YouTube arena around these parts, people do that all the time.
Right.
Give somebody a little bit of a nugget or something that really ain't true, just to see where it's gonna go and how far it will go. And that's how you can gauge the trust. But even in the event of just lying about what the power actually was,
Mhm.
I might would have done that. And then once I felt like I really could trust Angela, then I might well go back and be like, well, this is what it really is.
I don't know because the first thing they do is they go like say you come to me, right, and say you got the power or whatever, and I say yeah,
Hmm.
and I say yeah, but then you got a relationship with one of your friends, one of the other house people, and then you start telling them, DC got she got you know what I'm saying? That's how it always starts. And then it's a chain reaction. Next thing you know, everybody know you got this power. So how do you just trust? I don't get it.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, but I feel like you got to start somewhere. Because the last thing that I want is for people to, I guess the last thing that I want is to have that to be part of my advantage and wind up on the block. Because you got some people that will get upset. Like, oh, you had this power and we supposed to have a final two and you didn't even let me know. Oh, I'm putting you on the block.
I mean, I can see that way too, but still, I, in the beginning, nobody would know because how long they in that house? They in the house about a month and a half or so.
No, I want to say, I think this season it's about 2 months because we already done been. It's been about a month now already. Because I think the season started like July 21st or something, I believe. And so now we done passed August 21st, and so now we in September. So I feel like it's like 2 to 3 months that they be in there.
I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't sure. Look what Lisa said. Lisa said,
I see her. Let me see. I'm trying to get through the comments real quick. Hey, Cole Brunette member. Why would you tell your advantage to anyone for trusting a game that is based on lying and backstabbing? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Jay does. You heard her, babe.
For real. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
But there have been seasons where you did have your two closest people that were in the house. One of them had the power, told their bestie, and for the whole entire time, that bestie actually kept that secret to themselves.
Hmm.
But that reminds me though of, telling your alliance or your bestie about your power or whatever secret that you have. That reminds me of Chemo because every single time when Quinn had that power, Chemo told Tucker. Um, and I forgot what else that it. Oh, and I've said this before. Not only did Chemo tell Tucker about Quinn's power, Chemo also told Tucker about the other alliances that Quinn was in, and that was the reason why Quinn was on Tucker's radar. Even though everybody still loves Chemo, and I love him a lot, I still think that was kind of messed up that because Chemo had such a crush on Tucker, that Chemo was just so quick to tell Tucker everything that was going on, especially when it was Quinn that he was in all these alliances with. That part I didn't get. But it's a gamble. Big Brother is a gamble.
But even with as far as, the trust building in there and about whether or not you got the power, I think it was the ultimate. I is it irony or is it a coincidence that the very power that Quinn told Angela about was the very power that he used to take over Angela's HOH? But then also, I think what's interesting is Quinn, if he would have just told one person and one person only, then it would be different. But what Quinn did was told Angela first, only for him to then get a bond with Chemo and T Core, and then he told them. Once he told two more people, that was when I saw that he had made a mistake. I feel like you tell one person, if it ever get out that you have anything, then you know that that one person is not a person that you could trust. Then you go after them. Like if
What?
I told DC about my power and she ran her rump out here telling everybody about my damn power,
You ain't gonna do
oh,
nothing.
Silly.
oh, I'm gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna be on your ass. What you told all of them about my
Your ass
power?
gonna sit
Okay, I
right
got
there.
you. I'm gonna be on your ass. Shoot. But yeah, I was just curious to know how everybody here would handle the power if they had the power. DC talk about I
I'm
ain't
like,
gonna
yeah,
do
Jay
nothing.
done, damn it. I told.
I'd be like, what? I can't trust you. And
Yeah,
then
you can trust me.
if I ever won the veto where I need to save your room, I was gonna let you sit up there with your feet dangling. You could sit right up there on the block with your feet with your
I'm
feet
saying,
dangling.
I'm be like, meet me outside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess we can go back into the power veto thing. So Angela got saved off the block. We all have our differences on whether that was a good game move for Leah or not. So then Joseph got put on the block. Um, I think do we all say well we I think we all agree that Joseph deserved to be put up there, right?
Yeah, because what he said out his mouth was truly wrong of him to talk to Angela in that way. You know what I'm saying? So, like I always say to people, what you say to people, karma come back. So he just got his
Even
karma.
though I agree 1,000,000,000%, and I will still stand by that. And exactly what you said, DC. Um, but if anything, to be honest, the things that Joseph said was true, except for that misogynist comment. But I was going to say he could have maybe said it a different way, but I'm going to retract that. He shouldn't have said any of those words because, like I said, he was just being too cool, calm, and collective. And he was egotistic and he thought he was all that in a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. And at the end of the day, he bit himself in his own butt. But did you guys see after when that door closed behind Joseph and he went to go to talk to Auntie Julie, how hard Quinn was crying?
I noticed that, and I just want to say to Cold Brew, that's one of my pet peeves. So I always have to check my own self to make sure that I don't misspeak. Because when people do misspeak in this way, it is a pet peeve. But even with it being coincidental too, that the very veto that Joseph didn't fight to get because he just stood around in the veto competition instead of trying to fight to get it was the very veto that he needed to keep himself safe this week. So yeah, when he went out there, I saw Quinn crying. I'm not I think Quinn was just crying because his HOH didn't go his way. Nothing went his way because he's still stuck up in there with Angela.
She should have been gone. I told y'all she gonna win. She crying her way through. That ain't
With
even.
that dry face and no
That's
tears coming out.
hold up. I don't even want to do this,
She
but I'm
looks
about to.
like Jabba the Hutt with glasses. Okay, I know that's your girl, but I'm just saying she looks like Jabba the
How she do it?
Hutt. Exactly. Her face gets stuck like that, and there's nothing coming out. Like, come on. It drives me nuts. Oh my god, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And and sometimes she comes off to me. She comes off fake. I don't. I I thought like in the beginning with Angela and Quinn that at least on Angela's part that she was sincere and she meant what she said. But then after she had that slow clap and blowing up everybody's game and crazy eyes, after that, there's no way that I didn't trust anything that came out of her mouth, and I'm not even in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
but
So,
but see that question that you just asked Mitri, that was a good question. Because if Mitri noticed how bad Quinn was crying when Joseph got evicted, then you have to know T-Core and Chemo, they better have noticed it. They better have. Because if you that emotional behind Joseph going, that clearly means you wanted Chemo to go.
Right.
exactly. Exactly. So, we already know that T Court now has as Quinn as her number one target. So now I'll ask you guys this question. Do you think this coming up week T Core is going to stay in any of those alliances with Quinn and play her game as him being her target on the down low? Or do you think she's going to separate herself entirely from any of those alliances with Quinn?
I
Hmm.
think she's gonna separate herself because he was willing to sacrifice Chemo. That's why I truly believe. And not only that, but I mean at the end of the day, it seems like Quinn done kind of flip flopped on them a few times. And so if she knew what was best for her, I believe that she would align with those women and Chemo and let him be the last man standing if possible. Um oh, and speaking of the men, now Chelsea is really she kind of got on my nerves about Cam. Now
Yeah.
the one thing that I can say I was slightly offended to see, and y'all I know this ain't really the subject of the game,
Uh-oh.
but these white women rubbing their hand through his hair because it remind me of when I had my dreads and I was in the elevator and a white lady asked her if she could touch my she called them whoopee curls. She
Hmm.
said, "Oh, you have whoopee curls. Can I touch them?" And so
Wow.
anytime I see them white women up in there rubbing their hand through his hair, that I just think about that. But I think that for her to be just so jealous about it is crazy. But then I wonder why in the world he not trying to cozy up to her like he doing those other women. Do he really like them, or is it just gameplay for the sake of Big Brother?
But being though that Cam is cruising through the whole game, I don't know. I don't think it's even gameplay with him.
It's not, because how many times have I said this? His head is in the clouds. Deer in headlights. Although he did have a genuine crush and might possibly still have his crush on Leah, along with Joseph and along with Quinn.
Mhm.
um, I think Chelsea needs to pardon her way with Cam, because Cam has already, to me, looked like what was that young man that was HOH and Chelsea went up to and was like, dude, what was that? What was his
Cedric?
name?
Was it
Cedric.
Cedric?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Cam is starting to remind me of Cedric, because this is the second time Chelsea has had a go to one of her alliance members and looking at them like they're a bunch of ding dong numbnuts. And so I don't know. I'm still shocked though that Cam is this athletic guy and he does this and football and he's this all-star athlete, but he hasn't shown any of that. I
Nope.
haven't seen it not once. How is that possible when you have that height and that stamina and that athleticism, and Mackenzie has shown you out because she's an athlete as well, but we've seen that with her. What is it with Cam that we are not getting that from him? Why is he not showing that to us and to, more importantly, the players in the house? Which kind of is in a good way underlying, because then he's not a target, but still, he really hasn't shown himself game wise, strategic, or physically. And DC, I really hate your new your avatar picture. Okay.
How was that, Angela? Oh my goodness. but wait, but wait
I
a
can't
second,
stand you,
because
DC. I want to throw my phone right now. I want to throw my phone.
the crazy thing is though, when I just looked at that picture, it just made me think about the darn YouTube outside of this game, where when you think about the Vegas trip, and we just gonna gloss by it, but ain't Laurie giving off Angela?
Jay Dunn, you stop it right now.
I'm gonna mute
The
my
You
way
stop it right now. You
Laurie,
leave my Lolo alone.
the
You leave
way
my
Laurie
Lolo
is running
alone.
through these YouTube
Oh
streets
my God.
crying about what they did. She giving Angela.
Jay Dunn, I know
She
this is
giving
your
the older
channel
woman.
and this is your panel, but I'm putting your behind in the corner.
time
You are
out.
so wrong.
Time out.
Okay. I mean, I just noticed the similarity, and
Okay, Jay
especially
Dunn.
once
Yep, we got it. We got it, Jay Dunn.
DC
I'll
put the
leave.
picture.
Oh
Leave my
my
But
goodness. I'm
okay.
putting I'm putting the both of you guys in the corner. I'm throwing my phone later.
no, no. Sorry, my friend.
But yeah, so okay. So now let's go back into the game as far as Rubina. You know something? As soon as I saw that AI arena competition, I knew that Rubina was probably going to win that one.
Same
Would y'all
here.
agree?
I
Yeah,
second
the
that.
whole time
I
I kept on
second
saying,
that.
"Come on, you got it, girl. You got it." Was y'all in there like cheering her on, like
I was, and
I was too.
just like Jay Dunn, like you said, as soon as I saw that, I said, I said, Rubina has us in the bag because her size worked in her advantage.
yeah,
It
Uh
worked
huh. I was
greatly in
thinking
her
the same
advantage.
thing.
I
she was
think
doing.
that was meant. I don't think that was meant for Rubina. I know that was meant for her because she, I mean, she knocked it out of the park, and You hear how hard she was coughing? She was coughing up every lung that she had in her body. So you know she was working hard to win that. And she did. It paid
Hmm.
off for her.
And when she kept taking that rope, and I'm like, no, it's not long enough. Go back, go back.
And that's the crazy thing because for her to do it that many times and try to run, because she at least tried to run like 2 or 3 times to try to do it and then had to run back and she still won. But one thing too, it was beautiful to see her compete in that because you really could tell them dudes with the long legs, it didn't work in their favor.
Mm-mm.
They had more that they had to do to get their legs across the pole and untangle the rope and crawl underneath here and do all of that. Meanwhile, it looked so effortless on her behalf, like how she was just swinging from this one to that one. Then she'll just jump over this one. She get down and crawl. Like she did such a good job, and the fact that she beat out the two dudes as well.
Yep. That was
She
amazing.
reminded me of like a ninja. She had all those ninja moves. And I was also looking at Chemo because I thought that if Chemo made one wrong, awkward move, that he was just going to take the whole entire jungle gym down because he's got some meat on his bones. So, I knew that wasn't going to be in his favor for like not for a quick second. And I'm like, is he going to knock the whole entire thing down? And then you have Joseph, Mr. King of I'm going to throw these competitions, decided that he was going to actually participate, even though it was too late.
Mm-hmm. I
He
said,
didn't
now
know
you
what he
want to
was
play.
doing.
Now he wanted
Hmm.
to play.
Yeah, now you want to play, and now you look like a ding dong doing it because you don't know what you're doing. He was lost. He had no idea what he was doing. And, at first I'm thinking you have Quinn and Joseph. They look like they're in quietly and, extremely intelligent. But then Joseph just started just look like a big old dummy. And yeah, so I'm glad that Rubina was finally trying to pull that off and it was meant for her. She wanted. So like Jake Dunn, you were saying earlier, Quinn
Hmm.
has this grudge still against Tucker, who no longer even exists. He won't even be on the jury in the jury house.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's his problem too, because he don't realize that most of these people that he targeted, they will be up in the jury. And
Exactly.
and I think that that's really his problem.
Hmm. So I wonder now if he is going to try to still go after Rabina. That's my other thought. Even though you still have this grudge with Tucker, you got rid of Joseph blindly, and he was really close with Tucker. And Tucker cried. I mean, not Tucker. Joseph cried when Tucker left. And then you have Quinn that's crying his butt off for Joseph. It's just, I wonder if Quinn is gonna still have Rabina on his target list of a grunge, a grudge that doesn't even exist anymore. Um, I don't know.
And one thing too that I want to say about Joseph, I honestly think that Joseph got a dose of humble pie, cuz I'm sure that he really believed in his delusional mind that he was like Tucker 2.0 and that he
Mm-hmm.
was going to go up in that AI arena and win. And he did. So,
He
and
sure
he
did.
went home.
Did you see how he went out to meet Julie?
Mhm.
How
Mhm.
he didn't smile or nothing.
He was shocked. And that's what he was like. He was so shocked. He couldn't believe it. He was in disbelief. And I'm thinking to myself, what game have you been in? I know for a fact if I ever play in Big Brother at any point, throwing a competition is not an option. It's just not. The only way that it's an option is if I know if I got a solid and trustworthy final two with somebody and it's just me and that person up there.
Right.
If it
Exactly.
ain't my final two up there, just my final two, I ain't throwing nothing.
Yeah, Joseph was dumb and stupid, egotistic, misogynist, and it all came to bite him in the butt. But I'm curious to see how much longer How far do you guys think Quinn is going to go in this game? Do you guys think that people are going to start to see how Quinn is playing, even though he talks to everybody in the house, which is good for him. But do you guys think that besides working with Chelsea, that he's been kind of running the house?
You know
Well,
what?
I think that Quinn is on his way out because T Core has said that he is her
Mhm.
target.
Yep.
Right.
I was about to say that because think about it. They want to know why did he put Joseph on the block? If he can do that to
Mm-hmm.
him, he can do it to them.
Not
Yeah.
Joseph. You mean chemo?
Yeah,
Cause I
chemo.
think yeah, cause I believe that T Core now she mad with Quinn for putting chemo up there because chemo was just one vote from going home. If
Right.
it wasn't for them girls, his rump would be out the door. And the
Yep.
sad thing is, I don't know why Angela was like, I don't have the votes to keep him.
I know,
Girl.
right?
Right.
That's
I
why
was just thinking that. I was I was very, very confused because
they must be
so okay, refresh me because I'm
Well, to
so
me,
up
I feel
onto
like they decided who they were gonna keep, and they must have didn't tell her none of their
they didn't
plans.
communicate
For
with
her to
Angela.
go up
That's
in
what
there
it sounds
crying,
like.
thinking that she didn't have the votes to keep chemo, and I'm like, what?
That means they didn't
Like,
communicate with her.
right? They already
then
putting her out.
that goodbye message from Angela to Joseph,
Oh
but
yeah.
yet she was voting to keep Joseph in the house. That got me extremely, extremely confused.
I
And
was
I was
confused too.
wondering, okay, so I'm not alone. I was wondering if that was on production's behalf, if they messed up, because if you're voting to keep Joseph in the house, why are you playing his goodbye message from her? Or am I
Well,
off
no,
the
the
rail
way
on that?
no, in production with Big Brother, they have to tape a goodbye message for either person. So
So
that's
why
the
did they
reason why.
play that one though? When she voted to keep him in the house? Because allegedly they didn't have the numbers. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. I'm not sure. No, I think they typically play the most entertaining ones. I mean, it would only make sense to play Angela's because Angela and Joseph had kind of bumped heads with the way he was
Right,
talking to her in the attic. Because remember, he was
right.
like, "I'm surprised you still up in the house." I think it had something to do with that earlier conversation within the episode. That's why they played Angela's goodbye message.
Hmm.
Um, but what do y'all think about them saying now that it's jury, there is no more AI arena? I think that's messed up. I wish they would have kept the AI arena throughout the whole thing. What y'all think?
I think it's because they don't have that many people no more.
Right.
They
Oh
Yeah,
down
yeah.
they
and they got to stretch the show out because if you
yeah.
do all of that, that's too much.
I am gonna miss the AI
That was fun.
competitions, and I am gonna miss Ainsley because I thought that was pretty cool. But they got to do what they got to do. I to like you said, to stretch it out because they only have but so many players that are left, and now it's who's gonna. I mean, they're all basically gonna be, not all of them, but whoever gets evicted is gonna be in the jury. So I
And
I don't know.
please like the video, everybody. Please like the video if you would.
But you know
But
what? Did they?
but
Are they not going to? You know how they normally have another a player that's been eliminated come back. Are they not doing that this year?
well, they
I was
may do
hoping.
it, but normally they don't do the person coming back. I don't think they typically do the person coming back until jury.
Well, wait,
Like,
Because it
they
would be
did.
cool.
They did that before with the cookout.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they have Tucker and Joseph play it out to come back in the house. Wouldn't that be something?
That would
yeah,
be
but the
interesting, especially
only
at this point in the game. But with the cookout, remember what's his face, whose mom was in Survivor, and nobody
Yeah,
knew about that until whenever they knew about that.
Shireen.
He got evicted, but as soon as he got evicted, he was given a chance to fight back to come back, and that was still very early in the game.
Wait a second. Shireen wasn't on the. Shireen was not on the season with the cookout.
Oh wait, not the cookout. Not the
But
cookout.
you talk about her and her son. I know what you. Her son name was Jared.
Yeah.
Um,
Jared. Yeah.
yes, but I think the reason why I don't believe that they are going to do that for the people that already left the house is because they done actually been able to enter the real world. So they know different things that technically they don't want you to know right
Yeah, it's
now
too
if you
late.
coming back. Because
Hmm.
I've seen them do exit interviews. I mean, even before I got to watch Thursday night's episode, because I ended up watching it yesterday. Um, but even before I got to watch it, I knew that Joseph had gotten voted out because I'm subscribed to a lot of Big Brother channels in my thing. And even with me just coming in my YouTube and looking through the timeline, I noticed exit interviews with him and that mustache. And I
I
was like, oh,
scroll. I
so he
keep on
must left.
scrolling because I'm subscribed to a lot of those as well. And just like before, when that person came into the chat last week and dropped the whole entire spoiler bomb on us, if I see that coming across my Facebook or my YouTube, I just keep on scrolling and then I'll save those videos so then I can watch them later on during the weekend. That's what I'll do. But I don't want to do the spoiler alerts because that took it away, like we were saying earlier. We already know what's going to happen, and it's not leaving us any fun or excitement or try to guess what is going to happen, what could happen, or what possibly might be whatever. That's going to be not even foreseen in the future because I don't want to know about the future yet until when it happens. So
I
I
know what's
scroll
gonna
on.
happen. This is what's gonna happen. Angela gonna
Oh
get voted
boy.
out.
Okay, Angela.
Angela gonna get voted out, and then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna bring her back.
Oh boy, I should have known you were going to say that.
That's what's gonna happen.
For some reason, in my mind, just that how this season has just been going, I believe Angela is due for another HOH so she could act the fool. So my prediction is that she probably done got the HOH so that she could act the fool. I don't see Angela going no time soon. I believe that the women with their they all got their sights up on Quinn right now. And I believe that Chelsea does have, even though she liked Cam, I think eventually she about probably ready to put him out because he keep doing all this with all them other girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
So now, who do y'all think, or because now that they going back to two people on the eviction block, I guess it's hard for us to even forecast who will might be on the block this week coming up because we really don't know who is HOH. And y'all, we don't want no spoilers, but we really don't know currently. But it makes you wonder, like, how it's going to go going forward. Because
All
I
right,
do believe. Hmm,
so let's predict who we think gonna be HOH.
okay, who you think?
I think, hmm, Leah.
Huh. Well, if Leah is HOH, do you know you got Angela for another week?
Yeah, thanks a lot, DC. I hope you didn't. I really don't want that to be spoken to existence because I will scream. I swear, and I'm coming after you, DC. I swear on everything. I'm coming after you, DC, Angela. I'm going to be so mad if that were to happen because the very first person I'm going to think of is going to be DC. Let me get her
All
email
right.
and cuss her out.
So hold on. So who you think?
Um, Even though I'm saying it's time for Angela to get a HOH to shake up the house a little bit more, I feel like the person that has the most fire for it is
Mhm.
Chelsea.
Okay.
I think Chelsea is going to be gunning for it simply because she feel like a few things didn't go her way in the last couple of weeks.
Hmm.
Um, and so I feel like she would have more fuel in her fire to try to get it. Not to mention she was like this, I want to say she was the second or third HOH, so it has been a minute. So maybe it's time for her to get another one.
All right, your turn.
um, so I I was thinking if I could, okay, I was torn in between Mackenzie and Chelsea, but leaning more towards Chelsea because she is due for another HOH. She was in her feelings about how the game like didn't even slip out of her hands, how it left her hands like for the past couple of weeks, and she was feeling a little bit down about it. Um, and her gameplay strategically is out of this world,
Mm,
and she has a lot of gung ho. She has a lot of heart for it, and I think it's going to be Chelsea. I think it's going to be Chelsea as well.
okay.
So Vina put MJ gonna be gunning for it. Who in the hell is MJ? Now I'm
MJ,
about to yeah. Let me see. Let me go bring up my little poster. Let's look at the poster.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. And let me take the comment down.
But she talking about
MJ?
Mackenzie.
Is it Mackenzie that she talking about?
Mm-hmm.
that's the only. Isn't that the only person
Yeah,
in the
that's the
house
only
with the
person
letter
that got
M?
Yeah, cause Matt
So, all
gone.
right. So, Jadon, you say you predict Chelsea, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because Chelsea, she got fire underneath her after the
So,
way the weeks done went.
so, so you predicting Chelsea? Who you think the two people she'll put on the block?
Quinn, she gonna put Quinn on that block and ooh, like really running out of people. Probably Quinn and Angela.
And who you think they go? You said what did you say? You said
So you're
what?
going with Quinn and Angela?
Yeah, if Chelsea won HOH, I believe she would put up Quinn and Angela. Because remember, she still don't like Quinn because Quinn spilled everything about their alliance to Tucker. Remember about that? Remember that's when Tucker came through and told everybody business and said Chelsea and Brooklyn was in charge of everything.
That's right. That's right.
And then Quinn also put up chemo.
Okay.
um, I know for sure she's going to put up Angela. Um, the second one, um, ah, the second one is I don't know. I mean, I could possibly just agree with Jay Dunn, even though Quinn and Chelsea have their final two, but how true are they with their words to each other? How much do they really trust each other? But at this point, I'm going to agree with Jay Dunn. Angela for sure, and Quinn. Quinn would be a very great and a smart move or gameplay for Chelsea.
Yeah, I would agree because at first I was thinking Quinn and Cam. Something in my spirit was saying Quinn and Cam also, but even though even though Chelsea is getting frustrated with Cam, I think that she still want to keep him around because at least she knows that he will protect her. And so that's why I don't think that she would put him on the block. But Quinn and Angela, probably so. What about you, DC? Who do you think is gonna win HOH, and who do you think they will get put up? That's another reason why I put the chart here.
Okay. I still say Leah gonna win, and I think she gonna put up. I know she ain't putting up Angela. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second.
Okay, that's the little grandbaby. DC got her little grandbaby over there.
Yeah, she
Hmm.
we getting ready to leave in a few minutes. She got a soccer game.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Look at her
Not
trying to
even
play sports.
not even two. I got to post. I got a video. I got to post up about that. All right, I think Leah gonna win. She gonna put Quinn up for sure. I don't know. She might go back and forth with Cam. Does she like Chelsea? I don't even know if she like Chelsea. I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but
Wait a
I
minute.
feel like it. Uh huh.
Who hasn't been on the block?
Um.
Have Mackenzie been on the block?
Yeah, I
She's
think she has
Mackenzie.
been
She's
on
been
the
on the
block because
block like twice.
she had to win the AI arena one time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about Tico?
Now
T-Core
T
was on the
Core
block
has not been on the
once.
block.
She hasn't.
I don't think
I
I
thought she
don't
was on the
remember
block one
anybody nominated.
time.
Huh?
I think she gonna go for the person who ain't been on the block yet.
Okay.
Tico been on the block. I don't know. It's gonna be tight. This is when it get tight, real close. So I think she gonna put Quinn on the block, and mm, she might put Cam on the block.
Well,
Okay.
see, that's very interesting, DC, because you chose Leah, which, I like to go for the underdog. But when she did win her competition, I was happy that she won because she finally got something, even though she cried for 10 hours. Um, and, she's, obviously working with Quinn. And the fact that you chose Quinn and Cam, those are the two that have the biggest crushes on her. So that would be interesting.
Yeah, I would agree. And so I guess with that, is there any other point that anybody want to bring up that we might have saw this past week?
How about why is Quinn begging and crying to Leah not to change the nominees?
Because he knew it was going to
Oh,
screw
because
him
he didn't.
over.
Right. He didn't want to get any more blood on his hands. And not only that, the fact is, he didn't want to put up Joseph. Because I do believe that the men are really starting to squirm now because they are truly losing the numbers. And I will say, if this really dwindles down and it be a house full of women at the end, I would not be mad at it because when the women decide that they're going to have an alliance at the very beginning of the game, it never works out.
Right.
But now this is really gearing to where it might could work out for them to I'll be at the end.
Yeah, because there's only three guys left.
Yep. And even with this vote that just happened on Thursday night, the vote was 4-3. So all you needed was 4 votes. So now that it's 3 guys left, they outnumbered.
Right.
They outnumbered. I think probably this time at best it could be a tie, but then if it's a tie, y'all know the HOH get to break the tie. So this might be a very interesting week to say the least.
Hmm.
Now I can't wait till tomorrow.
I
Hmm.
can't wait until tomorrow either. It always seems like there's not enough episodes that come on during the week. But now that it's getting closer, is this around the time when they well, I know I probably brought this up before, but I know I could have sworn that on a random Tuesday or Friday night that they would have Big Brother, but it would be, you know what? I'm thinking too hard. Never mind. I'm just gonna
No,
wait until tomorrow.
those are
The
normally the
fill-in
filler
ones.
episodes that I
Hmm.
really don't care for those.
I never
But now
watch
the
them.
one thing that I am looking forward to is a double eviction night. It's high time for a double eviction.
Mm-hmm.
Cause now
Ooh,
them
you know
double
what?
evictions be spicy.
If DC's girl Angela still stays in the house when that happens, she's going to be going home with ever who's going to be sitting next to her, possibly. I feel if they don't get Angela,
unless they're trying to get the guys out. See, it depends on which direction they
yeah.
go. If
You
they
know, I
trying to get the
forgot all.
guys out, she still got three people ahead before she go.
So many more chances for that woman. But
Well, but at the end of the
I'm
day,
just,
the
I'm
closer you
rubbing my
get to the
temples.
end, them women have a better chance of beating Angela than beating them dudes.
Yeah, they need to. They
Oh,
Like
that's
need
let's
to.
very
say
They,
like
true.
they
the
need to.
running competitions or the OTEV where you gotta go and run and get this and then run back. Once they get to like competitions like that, Angela, she gonna lose. And then they could just go ahead and put on the block and get on up out of there.
See, I would keep her just because of the competition.
Yeah, because she at that point, she wouldn't be able to pull it off. But you mentioned that they had spoken about having a all female alliance in the game, but that was so far and a way ago, and the competitions have been already played. Game talk has already been talked. I forgot all about an all female alliance, unless if they have one and we don't know about it.
Well, I believe that they brought it up, but it was really just in passing. I mean, I
Yeah,
believe that it was serious, but not serious.
it
It's
definitely
like an
wasn't serious.
unspoken thing. It's like an
Hmm.
unspoken thing, but they align themselves with all these other people, and slowly but surely, it's like the pieces of the puzzle. It's coming together to where these men are actually getting eliminated from this house, and I think it actually works in their favor because normally when you get to the final competitions at the end, the men typically dominate those because those are like the three back-to-back competitions that they have to do, the process of elimination or to get to the final two, and men normally dominate those. So I would say getting rid of the men wouldn't be a bad idea if the women want to try to get far. The I think that the man that they will probably try to take the furthest with them is Chemo.
Right.
T Core want to keep Chemo around. Chelsea
Rubina
want to
too.
keep Cam around. Yeah, Rubina likes Chemo as well.
And
And
then you
then
have
Mackenzie
Mackenzie.
and Leah. I
Yep.
don't think Mackenzie and Leah really even. Well, Mackenzie and Leah probably want Cam around because they flirt with him.
Mackenzie flirts with Cam.
Um. Well, I thought one of them was. Yeah, I thought in the episode that we just saw, both of them played up in his hair, and I thought maybe it was just Leah. I just remember in that edit that we just watched. I think it was on Thursday when Chelsea was getting jealous. She said it was two times that he was found flirting with somebody. Like he was flirting in one room with somebody in front of her face, and then he was flirting in the HOH in front of her face.
What the heck? I'm glad I didn't delete those episodes of my DVR. I'm gonna have to replay that. I must have blinked for a very long time and didn't open up my eyes and missed it.
Yeah,
Because
perhaps.
I don't recall any of that happening, especially with Mackenzie, because Leah, likes her men, with some meat on their bones.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
nobody in that house, even Kenny didn't even have all that meat on their bones the way how Leah likes them.
yeah,
So
Leah
for
kept.
Leah to
Leah,
be jealous,
yeah, Leah. That thing kept saying friend zone.
yeah.
It's a friend
like
zone situation with her friend zone.
like we didn't know already. But Big Brother, I guess, wanted to make sure that we did not forget. So
It's a
I thought
friend
that was
zone.
pretty funny.
Okay, so look what Cole Bruce said. She said, yeah, no, Mackenzie was playing in Cam's hair. Cam expressed an affinity for Leah early on, and she friend zoned him too. So, okay, so it looked like Cam likes Leah, and Leah friend zoned him. And I guess Mackenzie just liked to play in his hair.
And the only
And then
person
she
that
said,
really
I
like him is
believe Cam was
Chelsea.
friend zoned first.
And the only person like him really is Chelsea.
Right. and he ain't paying Chelsea no mind. But again, I don't know if it's gameplay or what. Because it could be his way of trying to play these women to get into their good graces by doing all this stuff. But at the same time, I wouldn't do it for the detriment of isolating my day one person. Because
Right.
right now he
Right.
isolating Chelsea to
Hmm.
where Chelsea might be ready to get his rump on up out of there.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to happen because what has Cam done to benefit anybody in that house, let alone himself? Which he's not doing anything to benefit himself. And I think that it's a good point that you brought up that he's riding maybe on the coattails of the women because they have actually played in this game and have won because they really wanted to win and prove themselves, and you could actually see it. With Cam, he won that veto only by pure luck, and that was just how it came down, just trickled down to in his hands. So
Hmm. I'm still so mad about that veto from last week too, because you know something, that veto competition that had Tucker and Cam going against each other, where Tucker ended up scoring a zero, honestly reminded me of that Super Bowl where the Falcons was winning by 25 points and then they lost. Which I ain't a Falcons fan, so please don't get me wrong. I'm not sad about that. But that Super Bowl where they were so close to winning and then they lost in the end, that's how it felt watching that veto competition when Tucker slingshot and didn't even hit
hmm
nothing at the end.
I couldn't believe
I
he
was like,
actually
come on now.
I couldn't believe he actually missed because this is the king of comps and he actually missed it. I couldn't believe it. And I know that Tucker's heart was just shattered into a million, trillion, billion pieces and that he was crying on the inside. And I know how happy everybody else was. But um, that comparison is something else because I do remember that Super Bowl. That was kind of sad.
Oh,
Kind
that
of sad.
Super Bowl was epic because I'm a Saints fan, even
Yeah.
though I live here in Atlanta. So when I tell you, I pretty much lost my voice yelling at how that Super Bowl went
Mm.
because I just couldn't believe it. And then I went to work the next day with my Saints shirt on, and I bragged. I bragged.
Yeah,
You know,
Saints, my
so
second team.
oh, Saints your
Out.
second team.
Yeah, you know my family from down there, down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's the thing where people be like, that I might get beat up because of YouTube. I sometimes wonder that because in my real life, these people can't stand the Saints here. But I still be wearing my Saints stuff. The only thing is though, I refuse to put anything Saints on my car because I don't want nobody to like vandalize my car.
Or
That's the
yeah,
only
leave the
thing.
car out of it. Leave the car out of it because you need the
Right.
car. You need the car. Well,
Cause I'm
I
like that.
can't.
As soon as I put a Saint sticker on there, I'll come out the store and somebody been done keyed my car or something. You just never know because it's serious. Football is serious here.
I don't have a second team. I'm team Browns. Go Brownies. But I would never ever go to PA and represent the Browns, even though I have a lot of friends that go to PA and they're at the Steelers game. And I told my friends how brave that they are. Because here in Cleveland, when I have friends who are Steelers fans and they go to the Browns games with me, that's when I have to separate. I have to separate and act like I don't know who they are because the rival between the Steelers and the Browns is detrimental. It is something else. I had a Steelers fan who's one of my good friends. She came along with us. I didn't know that she was even a Steelers fan until she showed up with her Steelers gear
Mm.
and her terrible towel. And they snatched her terrible towel. They threw it down to the ground. They spit on it. They spit on her. She, had some meat on her bones. They called her a fat. See you next Tuesday. They would run into her on purpose. They would bump into her on purpose. They tortured her. It was really bad, but we're the underdogs. And, we have the Browns backers everywhere throughout the whole entire country and even across the pond. So at least I have that safety net. So there.
And Meech 25. No, we still on Big Brother. We kind of detoured into this because I was comparing the veto competition that happened last week, where was Tucker against Cam trying to slingshot to win the veto, where at the final round, Cam ended up missing and scored a zero that caused Cam to win by default. And I compared that to the Super Bowl where the Falcons had the 25-point lead and they ended up losing. That's how we got here. But we still on Big Brother. But because I made that comparison, that's how come we detoured a little bit.
Yeah, her bad meets her bad. Her bad.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a relevant comparison.
Yeah.
But we got there because Mytry was saying how Cam really hasn't done anything, hasn't really played the game, like talking about it. And she was saying how Cam, the only thing he won was that veto, but it was pretty much a veto win by default.
Hmm. I don't like
What's good,
Cam. Cam is
Duchess?
very Cam. Oh, hi DKL. Cam is very disappointing. I've already shared my feeling. You know, between Angela and Cam, I wouldn't know who to say gets on my nerves the most, but I do want to say it's Jabba the
Hmm. You need to quit calling that lady Jabba the Hutt.
She
And
gonna.
She
I'm
I,
ever since
I
a
should
child,
have
she
telling you.
known
makes
that
that
Duchess was gonna
face.
hate Angela.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she gonna cry her way through the whole game with no tears. She
But
gonna
how does
be
it work when the whole house can't stand her? And where
because
are all those tears? This is making me angry.
I wish it was a way we can invite her to the stream and we can
No,
ask her
no, I would not be here. I would not be here. I would protest. Okay.
all day. Oh,
One thing that I will say that I'm scared about and slightly worried about now that the AI arena twist is done is I really think that this season is gonna become less exciting because once they have the two people up on the block,
mhm.
then that's going to give the opportunity for the house to vote together. And that's
Yeah.
the part that I hate. I hate whenever it's a unanimous vote. I like this season because they haven't had a single unanimous vote yet, have they? No. There has not been one vote, I don't think, this season where it's been unanimous and everybody voted the person out. Everybody is voting for their own interests, and I like that. But I almost willing to bet with the two people on the block now, going forward, they're gonna be like, well, we're voting with the house. We voting with what the house decides. And I hope they don't do that because that makes it boring to me.
Well, I can understand where you're coming with that. It doesn't put or have like any pizzazz in the game. But sometimes that is when they flip. I like it when the house gets flipped. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I like when they flip the votes, but most importantly, like what I said, I'm looking forward to the double eviction. And normally they do double eviction. It's got to be coming up soon. It's got to be. But I believe if they do allow somebody to come back into the game, y'all, it's
Mhm.
probably going to be like a jury battle back, like where they
Yeah,
battle back. But they got to get enough people up in the jury first before they can have a battle back into the game.
yeah.
And actually, I need to check to see how long this season is. Because
I
I
feel like it's
believe,
been on for a long time.
well, it started in the middle of July. I want to say it was July 21st when it first started. So it's really only been a little over a month, DC. It ain't been that long.
Nah.
It feels a little bit long. I don't know. That was what, the 21st of July. That's practically the last week, right?
Um,
Sort of, kind of
21st of
ish.
July. Yeah,
Hmm.
the 21st of July. Yeah, and so I feel like maybe this season is probably going to go through September.
Yeah,
I foresee
definitely it's
this.
gonna go.
It
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be over by October. Is what I'm thinking. But either way, I can't wait for some more twists. Hopefully, it's going to be something good in store since they took the Ainsley twist out of it.
I hope so. And you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing Zingbot.
Yeah, he haven't appeared yet.
He hasn't. I know he's going to show his robotic face and body, and I
Watch
just miss his
he
Zing.
gonna show up tonight. Watch.
So DKL, I appreciate you for just asking this question like you asked it because I look at jokers and I'm on Twitter following everything and I peek in on the live feeds. But since I've been having these discussions with DC and Mytry, they don't look at the feeds. So therefore, I make it my business to not look at any feeds or jokers before I speak to them. But now, once we done with this live and I get off of here, I'm gonna go see who is on the block and who is the HOH.
You ain't
But
supposed to do that.
I mean,
well,
come on, Jay
You
Dunn.
ain't got to
Oh
tell us.
my
You ain't
goodness,
got to tell us
I'm
you're
not
going to
gonna
whoop.
tell
Lord.
y'all.
You ain't got to tell
Thanks a
us you're going
lot.
to
I'm
whoop.
not gonna
See,
tell
now you know
y'all.
what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Now I'm going to be thinking every single time when I'm watching Big Brother. I'm going to be thinking. So what's Jay Dunn doing? What was she thinking? What is she
What?
watching? What is she writing down?
Well,
Mhm.
no. Well, see, but that's the thing. I think that's good for me not to look at any spoiler thing. Prior to us having this discussion, I think it's good because at the end of the day, y'all, all I'm gonna learn is what we gonna find out throughout the week to come.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I still won't be no further ahead of y'all. I won't be
Yeah.
that far ahead of y'all. The only thing is I will know. Um, and so that's it. Yeah, thank you, DKL, because last week when we did this, somebody actually came through and just started typing everything up in here,
I
which
mean, all
ended up
kind of
spoiling it
business.
for them. But I'm happy that DKL did it this way. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know if y'all noticed, but okay, so the HOH competition is usually on Sunday, and then on Wednesday, I think is the veto comp, and then Thursday is the eviction comp. So even with that being said, what's probably on Jokers right now, they still haven't even played the veto comp yet. So the only thing that I would know is who is the HOH and who are the two people on the block. But normally they play the VO comp on Saturdays. So they probably getting ready to play the VO comp as we talking right now. So I
Hmm.
wouldn't even know about it until later. If I decide to look.
Don't look.
Don't do it, Jay Dunn. Don't do it.
You got
What?
willpower.
Don't do it.
Anyway, I want to see what's going on. I really want to see if my prediction that I made, if that's right. And then Mitri agreed with me about the prediction. Um, but then just the fact of with DKL saying um that he is glad who is on the block. And now, and just with context clues, he said he is glad who is on the block, and then he also said that he hates Angela. So I'm almost willing to bet we can deduce that Angela Rump is probably on the block.
And DKL also said that he wanted to slap Leah right across the face for taking the Angela off. Thank you, DKL.
All right. All right. So
Yeah.
next week, DKL and anybody else, y'all need to get on the panel with us and have this discussion for the next coming week.
That would be really cool if DKL joined the panel. That would be awesome.
And
All right.
hey, Lisa J. Monet member. But yeah, I mean, anybody is welcome. I'm just, whatever. I wouldn't mind DKL joining either because I know that he is a Big Brother fanatic as well.
And
But
next week,
yeah,
change
y'all.
our avatars to a Big Brothers person.
I gotta think who I want to put on mine. But I don't mind playing that game with you, especially since you got Angela up there.
Worst avatar ever.
All right, guys.
DKL, I think DC is probably the one of the only Angela fans, even though I like her for her antics, because she does
No,
make for good
I'm not her
TV.
fan, but I just believed how she's playing the game. She's crying her way through. That's all. I gotta go, y'all. I have to go to my grandbaby's soccer game.
Okay, that's fine. We've been here for an hour 45 minutes, so that's fine. Thank you for joining, DC. I appreciate it.
No problem. You know I'm always here with the big brothers. You know what we got to do next? I don't know if y'all watch Survivor, but we should do Survivor also.
Huh. I might could do Survivor, but I think they already a few episodes in. But that might be able to work.
Survivor not on. Lisa said.
Oh, it's not, huh?
Yeah, they
Okay.
haven't
Well,
started
maybe that's.
yet.
Oh, okay. They probably will start after Big Brother. But
Yeah,
okay, well that's fine. Well, have a good one. I hope Penelope win the game.
They only 2 and 1 years old, so we'll see how that go. This is the first one.
Aw. That
They
is
all
so
gonna be running.
cute.
They all gonna be running the opposite direction, and the parents
Well,
gonna be
all right,
screaming.
DC. Well, I'll be in touch with you. I'm sure we'll do the next one on Saturday, probably at 10:30 again next weekend.
No problem. You know I'm there.
I'll be
Okay, all
there.
right, DC.
Take it easy.
All right, bye. Okay, so DC, it's gone. Oh, Dutch is back here
Girl, put up your. Why you didn't put up your banner, girl?
because I believed it was you. It said Dutch is everlasting.
Oh, okay, girl. You know how these trolls, baby. They can change up some names now.
Yeah, that is true. And I guess, Duchess, I forgot that I did pin that link because normally how I've been doing this is I just send the link directly to DC and Mytry, but I
Okay.
forgot that today I did pin it. So you're right.
All right. Hey, Mitri, girl, how you doing?
Hey, DKL, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Now, I love. Now, I wouldn't call myself a super fan, but I do love, 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 love Big Brother. Now, Jay Dunn, are you going to do this weekly? Because I would definitely jump up and talk about it.
Yes, so far this is our second week in a row. We
Oh,
first
okay.
did it last Saturday, and then this is our second Saturday doing it, and then we should be back next Saturday as well. So yeah, every Saturday up until the season is done.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So as far as Angela, yeah, I was talking about it last week, and Pastor Stevens came up and told me that Angela was actually on a couple of game shows. Did y'all know that?
Somebody last week
I
did drop that down in the chat,
somebody
and
Yeah,
I didn't get a
somebody in the
chance to
chat.
ask what show she was on.
It was Dr. Phil. The person last week
Well,
dropped in my chat and said that she had
Oh,
been on Dr. Phil with her husband.
yeah, because her
and you
daughter
know,
wasn't talking to her or some shit like that. It
hmm
was something crazy, but she was actually on Let's Make a Deal. And
that's crazy.
Okay.
And I was like, and she won, I think like 10,000 or $20,000. And I was like, oh, I hope she don't win. And she won the
Oh
money.
wow.
I was like, oh my God. But
No, I
yeah,
really don't like Angela.
oh God. I was like, oh, please don't have her win. And she
Did she
got on
cry
that.
on any of those shows,
She
DKL?
well, I didn't see her on the Dr. Phil thing, but that was because I ain't even gonna look for that. But I know
Hmm
on Let's Make a Deal, she actually, she do those fake tears, or I mean her face be dried in the desert, baby, and she be saying squishy face and all that kind of stuff. She gets on my
With the
nerves.
squishy face, you mean Jabba the Hutt face?
And that too. And she got one of those necks, child. Oh Lord,
Yeah,
this
that
woman,
that neck
child.
that neck that neck be rolling. So she was
But
on Dr. Phil twice.
You said what?
Vienna said that Angela was on Dr. Phil twice.
hmm
Oh, okay.
yeah, she was on Dr.
Wow.
Phil twice and on Let's Make a Deal. But now, Duchess, so
Yes.
why don't you like Angela? Because what I've noticed is now that I think about it, I remember the last time when you were doing the reviews, we talked about Izzy. And you said that she was gonna be the lesbian that was gonna be in the house crying all the time. So is the reason why you don't like Angela is because she cried too much?
I don't like Angela because she has the nerve. Like she called, well, first she was messing with that one dude that got voted out first. I didn't like that whole thing. How she was just calling him names and all your looks ain't no get you nowhere and all this kind of stuff. But then
Uh-huh.
when she called that girl, which she was a dingbat. She really was. The little skinny white girl. And she called her,
Lisa.
okay, yeah, the older
Mm-hmm.
woman. And she called her a dingbat. Baby, when I tell you I would have tore her ass up for saying that. But and the girl, she went in the room and she sat in the corner and started crying and crying. And I was like,
hmm
oh my God, girl. I would have let Angela have it. But she say this stuff and then she sit there and like when she talked to Quinn, she talking to Quinn like, no, this and the other, and I love you and I love you and oh my gosh, she works my nerves. She just so whiny. That's why I don't like her.
Okay. Now, see, I liked her probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks because
Oh.
she did keep the game interesting and explosive, and you just never know what type of meltdown she's gonna have. But
Mm-hmm.
last week turned me off on her because I honestly could not believe that Tucker being her biggest ally in that house. She
Mm-hmm.
really was so paranoid
Hmm.
that
Yes,
she thought that he was coming after her, and that turned me off because I'm
but
like, come on now.
that
Matt
was
was
the
not even
third
close.
time.
That
Go on, I'm
was,
sorry.
and Matt wasn't even close of even having Angela on his radar. So
Mm-hmm.
when all of that debacle happened, when she was walking down the stairs and being as dramatic as she was, I'm just thinking to myself that this woman has already cracked and the game just started. So
Exactly.
if you are cracking down underneath whatever pressure and you're already battling with paranoia, you're already gone with me.
And I think that's the other reason. You remember when? Oh, where's T Core from?
She's from the UK, I
T-Core.
believe.
Okay, she is from the UK. Okay, because I hear it sometimes, then I don't hear it, like the accent or
Yeah.
Hmm.
whatever.
But she lives in Brooklyn, I think, somewhere in New
Okay,
York.
so it's kind of breaking down or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I got my chart right here, y'all. Let's see. No, T-Core is here in Atlanta.
Oh, it's Atlanta? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she done lived some of everywhere.
Right.
DKL. But I'm
Okay.
actually happy that she explained because honestly, when I first heard T-Core talk, I thought she had like a hearing problem until she explained how her accent is the way it is. Cause
Okay.
doesn't it come off that way?
Slightly, yeah, because she didn't. She really talks with her mouth closed a little bit. She don't really open her mouth when she
Hmm.
talks. So I kind of see that. But when they was talking when she went off, um, Angela, I gotta find her name, old shady name. But anyway, like when they was having a little meeting in the room, it was Tucker. Did y'all see Tucker needs to tuck sometime because baby, I was like, oh, hey Tucker, how you doing, baby? When they was playing that slingshot game, you could see that he's uncut and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I know Jay Dunn don't want to hear all that, but anyway, child. Um, Anywho, when she went in the room and they was when they first got their little group together, and she said, "Oh, no one likes me. Please, can I join? Can I join you guys?" And they should have been like, "No, witch, you can't join us because you're gonna probably expose us like she did the other little group that was going on." So they were looking, but no one wanted to say anything. They were looking like, okay, yeah, you can join us. And I was like, and that was what happened. Oh, hello. Are y'all still
Hello.
here?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I just see the big brother sign up here.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, now she puts up a banner.
so that's what kind of it just turned me off of her. She acts a fool and then she comes
Hmm.
back and like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm so mean
I hate
and
it.
and all this kind of stuff. And then when Leah, I was like, Leah, like, what are y'all doing?
So
Y'all
y'all,
and
I had that banner up because somebody was back here.
oh,
That's what
okay.
I thought.
And yeah, and so but I was accidentally on mute. But it was somebody, they showed their face, um, but then they left. So I don't know who that was. But either way, let's carry on.
Oh, okay. So so when Angela, oh God, I lost where I was at. Oh, when she's always crying, but like when Leah actually took her off the block, I was cringing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like that's what they made a mistake with always putting Tucker on the block. I said, don't put him on the block because he's gonna play in the veto. He's gonna win. Y'all should have saw that by the second time. So don't put him on the block. When that person take themselves off the block, then you put him on the block. And that's how they could have got rid of him so much sooner. Definitely so much sooner. But hey, they play the game the way they want to play it, I guess, John. Mm-mm.
Sorry, I was scrolling through these comments, DKO. But okay, so now just based on who is left, without giving any spoiler,
I will
who
not.
is your pick to win?
My pick to win, I would definitely say Quinn, and I believe the pretty she's black or Hispanic or something. Chelsea, I think.
Rubina.
No,
Oh, or
hell no.
Chelsea.
Ugh.
Oh, Chelsea, you're thinking of.
Chelsea, yes. It has to be those two. And you know what?
Hmm.
Ooh, I want to say this. That damn competition, the last, yeah, I don't think I'm spoiling anything. We all saw the competition where they had to go through those ropes and shit and
Uh
Yeah,
stuff.
huh.
the
Yeah,
jungle
we
Right.
saw
gym.
that. Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, hold on, let me put myself on camera, girl. I don't know why. Girl, she this little.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I mean, I know why she won because she's this damn little and she could go through all that stuff. I was like, if she don't win, then
Yeah.
she must got arthritis or something. Because I'm like, there ain't no way in hell she can't win that when she can walk underneath the bottom bar. She can walk underneath there and just flip, 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 flip around, jump around this part. I mean, please, that wasn't fair. Like shit. But chemo,
Rubina
Now she
reminds
could
me of a
walk.
Polly.
oh,
Rubina reminds me of a little Polly Pocket
yeah, exactly. I was like,
because
what
of
is up with her?
that's what we were discussing earlier. And I said, as soon as I saw that little jungle gym like
Mm-hmm.
setup, I said, she's definitely going to win this. She's going to knock it out of the ballpark.
Oh
And she
yeah.
did.
Uh-huh. Baby, she was just walking under the thing and just doing a hop over there, hop over there, hop over there, hop over there, turn around that way. I mean, she didn't have no obstacles. She didn't have no bars in her way. I mean, she was just zipping through it. And chemo. And by the way, I don't really like chemo, but chemo can sing his ass off.
You sure
He
can.
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked
Oh,
about that. Hmm.
because they did that little montage with him singing and they put it together. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, chemo, come
Yeah,
through.
It was
I thought that was.
amazing.
I thought that he did well with that too, Duchess. Because we said that last Saturday when we were talking about it.
Okay.
The fact is, chemo seemed to be plain and just really not memorable at all in the house up until that episode where they had him singing. And
Uh-huh.
then I believe that's when people actually started acknowledging him, as a player in the game. Because
Hmm.
outside of that, it was like he had no personality.
Yeah, exactly. So what is your pick?
So to win the entire thing, just based on who is left, I am going to say Chelsea.
Hmm.
If not Chelsea, might be Mackenzie.
Mackenzie is a good player.
I think so
McKen-
too.
I
And
mean,
she know how to
she's
win when she need
yeah,
to.
she's smart. So she can play those, those intellectual games, and she's physical. So yeah, she is somebody to watch. Now, but Chelsea, yeah, I like Chelsea because Chelsea's good too. Chelsea is good, and she can pull it out when need be. When she's really got her face to the wall, baby, she be clawing through it, and she will get through. But Quinn, I think Quinn is probably going to get it, because he's not a dummy. He is athletic, and he does play the social game as well. So I think my pick is going to be what's it called Chelsea and Quinn. Now, for real, it's yours.
Mitri, who are
Mm,
your picks
yeah.
to win?
um, um, okay. So once again, exactly the same choices as Jay Dunn that I was thinking.
Okay.
Either or Chelsea or Mackenzie. Chelsea is more strategic, even though she did win a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie is both strategic and athletic. She
Mm-hmm.
has the best of both worlds. Who I would push for more, to be honest, maybe Mackenzie.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
And see, Duchess, I would agree with you about Quinn if not for the fact that A, he has definitely betrayed a few people up in the house, especially with this HOH that he had. And
Hmm.
then also the boys are now outnumbered. So that's why
Oh,
I foresee them. Yeah, it's only three boys left.
yeah. That's yeah for sure. Yeah.
And so I believe, like T Core already said that she was going to be going after him for putting chemo up. Chemo is going to be going after him for putting chemo up.
Mm-hmm.
Angela is going to go after him for putting Angela up. Leah,
Oh.
if she Leah, if she get HOA, she gonna go after him for putting Angela up. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody gonna be coming after him, so that's why I feel like he's not gonna get too far.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if he play those physical games and he can, he can win through it. And then we got to think about. I don't think the double eviction. I don't think it's going to be this week, but it's definitely going to be. It's if it's not this week, it's definitely going to be the following week. So we'll find out that. I don't know if they on. Well, Connie Chung don't come on talking during the week. She only come on Wednesdays. I mean, not Connie. What's her damn name? Not Connie Chung. What's her damn name?
Julie Chin.
Oh, Julie Chen. Yeah,
Julie
child.
Chin.
Okay, her child. Maboon Bears or whatever her damn name is. Her.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, so if it's not this week, it's definitely gonna be next week. But my thing is also, I'm sorry, y'all probably talked about this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make sure. What time do you usually start doing this on Saturday?
The last 2 weeks we came at 10:30. 10:30 in the morning. So
I'm
just a little morning chit chat
girl, I'm
because
at work.
that gives everybody time to watch all the episodes.
Yeah, I'm at McDonald's, girl. I'm serving coffee, child. Um, but what's called? I don't understand. Like when Tucker got voted out, Cam. Okay, all this damn hugging and crying is
Hmm.
getting on my damn nerves. Okay, you like when they come back from the AI arena. Okay, you
Hmm.
hug the people that was playing like, oh, sorry, hey, congratulations. They hugging each other. They ain't even back there playing. They why y'all hugging everybody? They didn't play. And then when Tucker got voted out, Cam lost it. I mean, he was crocodile tears coming out of his face. It's like, why you
Why?
crying like that?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
all these tears. I'm like, y'all really that locked in with these people like that? I'm like, sure.
I
I agree with you on that because this is one of the few seasons where I've seen where pretty much everybody cried every eviction,
exactly.
no matter who it
Mm-hmm.
is
Hmm.
that go.
Yeah.
I
Mm-mm.
was just telling my friend that the other day. I'm like, I have had my fair share and seen some seasons where there was a lot of crying, but this season, I swear it was everyone, even including Tucker.
Yeah.
And then when
Cause
Cam, I thought you would have thought that Cam had lost his mama dear,
girlfriend.
because you would have thought that, I mean, he had the shovel in his hand and already made the ditch in the grave for his mama dear, and just the waterworks. I know his face was dry as dry could be after he was done, because I
Oh
couldn't
my
take it.
God.
And I'm going to tell you this, I might be wrong, but I thought during eviction, I thought he was looking like he was about to crack with a tear. He looked like it. He looked like he
Mm,
was going to, but yeah, the
mm,
tear, I can't do it with the tears. I can't.
I was like, why they cry? And I didn't cry on YouTube, but I didn't cry about some, some stuff, but not
Hmm.
about, I'd be like, oh shit, he voted out. Okay, shit, yeah, I got this. Maybe I can get somewhere now. If Tucker gone, maybe if I get up on the block, I can make it. I ain't gonna be crying because he gone. I'm like, I'm kind of glad he gone because maybe I can advance more in the game. But
I'm actually speechless about this past eviction, like with Joseph, how much they all cried.
with who?
Joseph is pretty much Joseph, the
Oh,
one that
okay,
just
yeah, yeah,
got
yeah.
evicted
Uh
with the
huh.
mustache. He
Yeah.
is like a bump on a log. I mean, why is everybody so emotional? He hasn't won anything. He's not trying to protect anybody. He hadn't been HOH. Why
And
y'all so sad that he gone? He needs
and
to go.
he walked like that. I'm like, what's? I'm like, why is his feet all twisted and right? Like he walking. You come down the steps. He come down the steps like that. He kicked the ball sideways. I'm like, oh my god, go out of here. And then that's the other thing. You talking about the crying. Mackenzie, everybody holding their head up in the air, blinking like, I don't want to cry. I'm like, why y'all holding y'all head up? Because Joseph is gone. He was nothing.
Chelsea
Nothing.
did that too. Chelsea did that too.
Yes, I mean,
I'm like,
Chelsea did it.
what is she looking for up there? Like, the more
All
you
of
put your head up, the more the tears are going to still be running down the side of your face. I don't understand what's going on.
your ear,
Right,
your
or that fanning, like when they looking up and fanning up. Like, why do they fan with their
It
hand?
doesn't
Like,
stop.
fan.
It doesn't stop anything.
I mean, her ear gonna have a whole puddle of tears in it because it's rolling right down into their damn ears. I'm like, oh child, would y'all stop? But yeah, it's gonna be so. No, y'all wonder why I watched the Joker scene? I watched the Joker scene because I do want to know. I will not give out any spoil. I do sometimes give out a spoiler with if I go live and say, okay, let me say something about Big Brother. But I do like it, but I still watch it because there are so many, because I don't watch the feeds. I don't watch the feeds because they always whispering and stuff like that. And I can't hear what they talking about. And I got a whole husband and shit. He don't want to hear, I got to turn the TV up all loud and shit. And he don't want to hear that. So so I watch the feeds. So I look at the Joker's thing, but there's more to the show. I know who's gonna win, but I want to see how they win and what dramatics is behind the win and how, did they win like in a fair way or was it bogus and stuff like that. So that's kind of like why I watch the Jokers. Yeah, so I did look at it, and yeah, they probably plan. I don't know if the puppies and the rabbits and the dogs and cats are on the screen now, but they will actually probably be playing it tonight. Or I think Jay Dunn, you said they played the veto tonight.
Yeah, normally they play it on Saturdays. And
Okay.
but the thing is, it's different always, because they are in California time. So that's why it's normally any time on Saturday, but normally in the evening.
Okay.
Because it's later, over here on the East Coast than them. But I agree with you. I like the feeds. But I understand what you're saying about the low whispers because
Mm.
then once you turn up the volume to try to hear what's going on, then they cut to the dogs and now you got that music blaring. The
Okay.
music is blaring so loud, the Big Brother theme song,
Uh-huh.
because you got your TV up all the way just trying to hear somebody talking.
I was like,
And have you noticed that during those live feeds? Because, like I said, this season and I think last season, because they've had it on Paramount Plus, and I don't have that. But I did used to watch the live feeds when it was like on Logo, and actually it was on Logo for quite some seasons.
Okay.
But those live feeds sometimes also, when I would watch them, I would know when they were going to flip the house, because if they don't air that, if they're not having that conversation when they're actually being recorded for the show on CBS,
Mm-hmm.
you would get some of your spoiler alerts. But also with the whispering and everything, when there's a whole lot of cussing or something sexy going on when they go straight to the fish.
No, you talking about but they be cussing their butt off on
Oh
during the
yeah,
live feeds, yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they because someone I think that was Pastor Stevens telling me last week that they said something about Joseph, like he came down and told someone that he was up in the room. I don't know if y'all can see my hand. He was playing jacks in the room. That's what he did while he was up in the that private room or whatever the hell they put him in,
Hmm.
The
sanctuary.
man was
HOH.
doing that.
Huh?
Ew.
Yeah. but that's so weird though, because Matt was on the screen all the time. So did he have some kind of thing going on with Matt? How you doing? But it was just weird. But
My
I'm saying
goodness.
those people do that. I mean, that's just a normal thing. I mean, like, duh. I mean, you don't hear nothing about the girls doing nothing, but you got to think about, farting. Who farts the loudest, who smells the worst. Do the women take care of their sanitary needs? Do they not flush it? Do they have a special box for them and all that kind of stuff? Who stinks up the bathroom? You know, um, who uses all the hot water in the shower? It's just a lot, and it's just got one. Well, they got two bathrooms. The one that's downstairs, and then I guess the HOH has their own restroom. So I think a lot of people they try to get cool with the HOH person so they can go um, take a bath or whatever, But I don't think I can. Jenna, you think you can make it in the house?
Um, I don't know. And the reason why I
Girl,
honestly
bye.
say it, at the beginning of the game, yes. But it's something about that downtime whenever it's only like three or four of them left that I think would just drive me crazy.
I don't think I can make it past the first 2 weeks because I definitely will be cussing. And if I get HOH, you cannot come to my room unless you're Tucker. I mean, Tucker could have came up my room, but I wouldn't be. I don't know if it's part of their contract or whatever that you have to have them come to your room to strategize and all that kind of stuff. I, you can't come to my room. Nope. I know who I'm voting out. I don't need to sit here and strategize with you. I know who I'm putting on the block and all that kind of stuff. I don't have time for all that. So I don't know if it's part of the contract that each person has to come
But
to the
you
room.
but you're gonna have to let them in so that you can make sure that you safe for the next week when you can't be HOH again.
Girl, I know I'm going home early because I've been cussing. I wouldn't be like Angela, but I would check the way I would have got with Angela. I would have every day I would have tore her ass up. Every day I would have got with Angela. Every day walking down the steps, in the shower, I would have been screaming out, taking a shit. I would have just been screaming out, just roasting the hell out of her. So they probably wouldn't have liked me for all the cussing because they probably like, Kelly, no cussing. I would have made up a song and I've been singing some song just cussing her out. I did not like that lady at all. She is so annoying and she would have just deserved every cussing out I gave her. And I just could. They would have put me out the house because they would have hated me. Hmm.
Now I have to say that initially when the game started, I did feel this way, but I eventually started feeling that way about Brooklyn. That's why I was kind of happy she left. When she had the audacity to eat that charcuterie board from that woman HOH, and she was laughing while she eating it.
Yeah.
Now see, that's times to be evicted. You gotta
That
go.
that is disrespectful, especially that's not her because Angela did make that right.
Yeah, that was a part of her HOH basket. That you know how they win and they get their favorite foods or whatever when they
Oh, okay,
HOH.
okay, yeah.
Uh huh.
Okay, yeah. No, that was that. Now, see, Brooklyn, I would have tore Brooklyn ass up. I would have got her so together, but they did
A
what they
million
did.
lives, a million lives would have been lost that night if somebody
Oh,
touched my charcuterie board. I'm just saying.
it was just ridiculous. Well, ladies, let me get out this basement. It was a joy because I'm going to see Wolverine and Batman, not Wolverine and who was the hell? Deadpool. I'm finally going to see that. Oh, Jay Dunn,
Okay.
y'all,
Hmm.
I mean, you like um did you see um the resilience or the
The
renaissance or
Deliverance.
yeah, did you see it?
I did. I watched it on
Okay.
Tuesday, and then
Okay.
last night I found the documentary of it that I watched last night. But yes,
Wait a minute. What you
I
mean
watched it last night too.
the
There's like a truth.
documentary?
They have a documentary.
yes, Duchess Kelly Love, and it's here on YouTube. So
Hmm.
essentially, there is a documentary that was made about this house where a filmmaker spent $35,000 to buy the house.
Okay.
And he filmed the documentary in there. Long story short, There was so much crazy activity that happened, as including his film crew getting sick from the things and all this kind of mess, that he ended up demolishing that house. So
Yeah,
now the
that's what
house
they
ain't
said.
even no more.
They tore down the house, but they said there's still strange occurrences happen around the house. But I like Lee Daniels and everything, and I believe in the story and blah blah blah. But you have to. I mean, you come from the film world or whatever, so about you got to add that extra silliness to the movie because ain't no damn boy climbing backwards up no damn wall. So you got to add stuff like that.
No,
Um,
that's real.
Girl, bye. I'm about to
I
go.
believe in that
Even
too.
in the
If you're
documentary,
possessed, if
you
you're
need to watch the
possessed,
documentary. Hold on. Even in the documentary, they interviewed the real life social workers and real life CPS people that was there to witness that. And these people are real life professionals, DKL, who were in the documentary that stated what happened. So turn your head back over here.
I'm not
Turn
listening.
your head back over here
Girl,
because them professional people, they did not lie about that.
girl, it wasn't nobody crawling up backwards up no damn wall like Spider-Man. I refuse. I'm not gonna believe that. A lot of other stuff I can believe, but walking backwards up no damn wall, girl, you ain't no give me that story. That's for sensationalism. I'm like, girl, bye. That what's her damn name? I was gonna say Lola Falana. How I get Lola Falana and damn Glenn Close connected, but child, um, Glenn Close face looking like that demon. It was a lot of stuff, being extra, and I understand it. It's for movie purposes only, but I do believe the story. But you know, nobody in that documentary said somebody was walking backwards up the wall. I guarantee you.
Yes, they did because he did it while he was up in the hospital.
Well,
The
wherever he
nurses.
was at the hospital, walking up backwards up the wall. Um, Please send. Can you send me? Just find whatever video. I don't care what it is. And just put that link in one of my videos under the comments so I can watch this documentary.
Yeah, I can
And
do that. And
okay, and wait a
and
minute.
I
Hold
might
on.
have to I will share it on my community wall as well,
Okay,
just in case anybody else is interested.
well, put it on your community wall. Not on this one here.
Uh-huh. Yep, on the Dundada. Mm-hmm.
So please put it there. I will go there. You want to put some money on something?
What?
Okay, $20. That $20 that no one said someone walked up backwards up the wall. So how long is the documentary?
It's like an hour and 30 minutes,
Perfect.
but I put it on 2 times speed. Because it's
Well,
on YouTube, you can adjust the speed, the
oh yeah,
playback speed.
I usually put shit on 1.5 or whatever. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
watch it. Now, if somebody say, oh, he was walking backwards up the wall, I cash up you $20. If I watch that documentary and
Mm-hmm.
they don't say somebody walked up backwards up the wall, do you owe me $20?
Okay, that
Oh,
means I'm just about to take your money because I watched
okay.
it last night.
Okay, girl, girl, you got that ink stuck in your head that somebody walked up backwards up the wall like Spider-Man universe. Okay, so I'm gonna watch it. Put it on your community wall.
Okay.
And you don't need to put the timestamp because I'm going to watch it and I'm going to listen carefully. I might put it on 0.9 so I'll make sure. I want to hear somebody say a child crawled up the wall backwards. Girl.
Okay.
All right, so $20. I think I got your cash up someplace. So if not, I'll put something in a thing and say, girl, run me your cash app in $20. Or do you want to go
Okay.
higher?
No, we could stay at 20.
I thought so.
No, I'm telling you what I heard. I watched it last night.
Okay. All right. So we got a bet. All right. So y'all all heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Some baby walking up the wall like that. And then she said they was walking up the wall. Okay, so we good. All right. It's the witching hour. Mytry, it was good seeing you. Um,
Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you for
for
joining
having
us. It was
me.
good seeing you too.
And I probably won't be able to make it next week because I'm serving hash browns and English McMuffins and all that kind of shit. So, um, I will try to catch you when I can, and we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
Duchess. I
y'all have a great
appreciate you.
day. Bye, Chad.
All
Bye,
right. You
everybody.
too.
Bye.
Bye, DKL.
Bye, baby.
Yeah. And Mytry, I guess we could get ready to wind on down. So, because I need to go get that documentary and put it on my community wall. So that way Dutch could go ahead and run me my $20.
Alrighty then, because I know you're gonna get that $20 because you had already said what you said. So you're gonna get that $20. I
I
know you
watched when
will.
I tell you I watched it last night, and yes, that really did happen. But he's gonna be amazed at a lot of stuff that really happened with it, and that was a full-fledged documentary.
I have to still watch that one. I think the same one that you're talking about, I had added to my my watch later list. So I still have to watch it even though I saw the movie last night, but I'll be watching it.
Okay, and you could definitely check my community wall as well, because I'm gonna go find the documentary and I'm gonna put it right there so that everybody could go take a look if you dare.
Alrighty then. It sounds like a plan. Thank you for having this again, even though I was a little late. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was awesome. It was a good time and the chat was amazing.
Yeah, I agree. It was good. So definitely we could do it again next Saturday at around 10:30 a.m. Same time, and then we could discuss what's going on in this week that's coming up. But I'll go ahead and hit my outro here. Y'all please like the video if you're catching a replay, like the video. Thank y'all for y'all's participation. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.